Time to check my emails for the day. We've all been in situations like that before. I've had similar ones multiple times, leading me for months to want to do a big closet declutter, but never got around to it. But today, it's finally happening. Before I started the closet declutter last time, I had kind of 3 tips that I wanted to share, and those tips that I would follow along myself. When it comes to timing, you kind of want to think about, well, the season or the timing when you're doing it. So for example, if it's winter time outside, well then focus more on winter clothes and don't overwhelm yourself so much with the summer clothes, because you're not going to want to try on the summer dresses when it's freezing cold outside, and you probably won't give that dress a fair chance if it's, again, freezing cold outside. And then similarly, don't try to overwhelm with the process, just take a step back from it, because quite often before a big closet declutter or any kind of declutter comes from a sort of, I guess, a negative mindset of that. For example, you couldn't find anything to wear for a certain event. So I recommend kind of taking a step back from it, try not to overthink about certain events or certain outfits, and just kind of take it step by step, day by day. For me, it took a couple of weeks to finally finish it. The second tip related to more appearance effort is, well, don't underestimate the power of how much impact this can have on your, let's say, fair decision making. Put on a bit of effort towards your appearance when doing this. So think about the difference of how an outfit would look on you if you're, for example, wearing a frumpy outfit with maybe baggy sweatpants or something. You're trying to compare it with a beautiful, crisp, white button-down shirt or something like that. And then compare it to when you put on one of your nicest outfits, you put a bit of makeup, you brush your hair, well, everything is going to look so much better on you and give you a better idea of what you think actually looks good on you, or for example, what you could let go of. And then the third tip, which was about the environment, well, this one might seem a bit insignificant at first, but if you just take 5 minutes to kind of tidy up the space around you, well, it's going to make you feel a lot more efficient. You kind of start off the process on a good note, and you won't be distracted by, let's say, the mess around you. Now this is absolutely not a necessary step, but I sort of wanted this to be a long-term thing for myself and something to look back on. So what I first did was take pictures of all my clothes. Now, you don't need to take pictures of all your clothes, especially if you're going to get rid of half of it, but I did it for myself so that I could, in the future, create some outfit ideas, look at what I got rid of, look at how many items I got. So when I'm taking pictures of my clothing, there are a few things that I like to pay attention to, one of them being I like the piece of clothing to sort of be held up neatly. So for example, I like to make sure that the buttons on jeans or shirts are nicely buttoned, that the sleeves are not like rolled up like this, that they're, you know, they're pulled out. I'll try to make sure that the lighting is relatively good, so you want to pay attention to just take pictures a couple of times. For example, I noticed with my camera that if there's white in the background, it changes the color look of the clothing item on the picture compared to if there isn't any white shown in the picture. And then I also like to take pictures of the tags inside, just so I can make a note of what brand of what brand the clothing item came from or what size it was. Sometimes I also add the fabric. And then the last thing is if, for example, this dress had different details on the front compared to the back, so I like to take a picture of both sides and then I'll make a collage out of it. But if it's just a simple white t-shirt that looks the same on the front and the back, then I'll just only take a picture of the front side. So for myself, I already know this has shrunk 5 sizes in the wash accidentally, so that can go. I was gonna wear them as pajama blouses, but they are quite itchy. I just never do, so those can go as well. The third part, now you can do it as you're going or you can do it beforehand, is I like to create two different piles of, one is clothes that need some sort of work on. So for example, maybe it has a stain, maybe it has a hole, maybe there's a button loose. Just put those aside because those are probably reasons that you haven't worn it because there's something to do with it. Put those aside in one pile. Another pile is you like it, but perhaps to be tailored. So for example, maybe it's too big or it's too small. Put those in two different piles and then get back to them at the very end. Another third pile that I forgot to mention that you should create is a pile of clothes that you want to keep and you like, but you just never wear. And then we'll get to that later on and we'll see why you don't wear it or what you could do to get yourself to wear it more often. The next part is you want to section it off into categories. So for one day, or when you first start off, you could do only bottoms, so let's say shorts, pants, skirts, jeans. Let's start off with the tops right now, more summery parts. So let's see. First top I think looks fine, but I just don't wear it that often, so let me put it into the try to wear more often pile and see how I feel about it towards the end. Sort of like your maybe pile. When it comes to your maybe pile, don't put in the clothes, by the way, that you were supposed to alter or do something towards, like if it had a stain or if a thread was loose or that had a hole in it or something. This maybe pile is the clothes that you don't wear for certain reasons. For example, what do I need for it to get myself to wear it more often before you decide to quickly declutter it. If you know you're not going to do anything about it, then just do it today, get rid of the piece of cloth as you go through it. Now that I've laid out some of the basics, I'm gonna put you on a little time lapse and I'm just gonna try it on the clothes and give a little thumbs up if it's keep, here for maybe, and thumbs down for if it's going down.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high.
Just trying everything on from the sort of easy top area, shirts, blouses. The only thing I have left is sort of long sleeve shirts, but I already know from that one that I'm going to keep all of them except for this one, so that can go as well. And then now I'll put the things back into the closet or into the piles of where they belong.
Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Back here another day, and now the next thing is to try on some dresses. Like we said the other day, you want to give your clothes an actual chance. Like, don't just do the decluttering thinking that you should get rid of a bunch of them or that they don't fit you. So for example, if you need to wear some nicer undergarments, like maybe you need to get one of these to make them fit a bit better, then just take the extra step to do those things and to give yourself a more accurate, realistic picture of what it looks like on you and then decide whether you like it or not. Now this first dress, it's not my absolute favorite dress in the world, but it's an easy winter dress, so keep it for now. Now sometimes when you do a big closet declutter like this, you might come across pieces where you're already like, I know I don't fit that, so let me just finally get rid of it, but you know, you might surprise yourself. I would always just try at least trying it on so that you can see for sure whether it fits or not. For example, I don't think I've ever worn this because I think it was too small for me, but now I'll just try it on and reaffirm if that's true after all. Yeah, this dress was definitely way too small, so first dressed for the donut pile. And then this next dress, I might just put in the maybe pile to see if I have better dresses, then I won't keep this one, but if I don't have anything better, then I'll keep it for now. Okay, again, trying to be a bit more stern, like it's an easy dress to put on, but I think the sort of thicker undergarment part, it's too high up to make it a flattering dress. It gives a bit of a cheap look. I think I'm gonna give this a no. Maybe a maybe. Sweet. And as you try everything on, you'll see sort of comparison. So as for a kind of easy summery orange dress, I think I like this one more, so I'll put the two together and then just at the end from the maybe pile see which ones I decide to keep. I like the pattern on this dress. I think it's quite a unique print, but this cut really throws me off. I think unfortunately it's gonna be a no, so thumbs down. There's, for example, this dress that I don't think I've ever worn, so initially you would think it's an easy con, just get rid of it, but that's why it's good to just try them on now and once and for all and then see why have you been holding on to it for so long. Indeed, why do we ever buy things like this or hold on to it? It's so not flattering at all. I think a thumbs down. I've barely worn this dress the last 6 years or something, so I think it's time to go. The next category I want to tackle for today is the skirts, and that's gonna be a long one as well. First skirt is a thumbs up. Next skirt is I think a keeper, but I'm gonna put in the maybe pile if I had something better to wear with it, because I don't wear it that often. I mean, sweater's not the best representation with it, but the fit of the skirt is fine. I like this skirt a lot as well, but perhaps get it tailored a bit. Yeah, also go to the maybe to be tailored pile. Finished with the skirt section for today. Easy to wear linen pants, but I think this first one will be a to be tailored pile. I think this last one is also a thumbs up, just easy pants to wear. But this one I already know is quite tight on me, so, and I barely wear it, so I think I'll let this one go as well. I am done with the short section as well. Off for a little break. Just just a few more clothing categories to go through. So the next part that I'll prep for is, I think, sweaters and cardigans and those kind of pieces. These are all my boyfriend's blazers, so I'll let him deal with those things. This first one, just an easy at home, sort of, it's cold at night, but I'll put in the maybe pile in case I have other sweaters I like more for that sort of situation. This one would be a no for me. I'll see over this one. I'm gonna put this one into the maybe to be tailored pile because it's a nice fabric sweater, but I think this loose look is a little weird on me. These three are all sweaters that I just wear at night, a little cozy, so these are all just definite keepers already. I want to add this one into the maybe to be tailored pile. I finished the sweater and cardigan section. I'm gonna put those away back into the closet. Next part of the closet decluttering was done. The sweaters. Unfortunately, I only have 2 definite no's, but I'll see about the rest after trying it all on again. Completely forgot about them. Okay, well, a lot more to try on than expected. So blazers for later on. This is why it's good just to once in a while just try on everything again. Definite keeper. It's a bit too red for me, so I think it's a no. Not exactly sold on it, so this is another piece that I'll put into the would I wear it with something else kind of maybe pile. I always thought the fit of it was slightly weird on me, which is why I never wore it, so I'm gonna again put it into the would I tailor it maybe pile. This one is also a maybe would I get it tailored pile. This one is another kind of I might want to get it slightly tailored, or I want to see if I have outfits to wear it with and does it work with a sort of more boxy look, or like the jeans jacket, but I think it's slightly too small for me now, so I think it's a donut pile. Another maybe because I don't think the fit looks that great on me. I also barely ever wear it. This one, I think I want to try it into the maybe can I make an outfit out of it pile. Another small tip that you can do in between the time before you want to start decluttering is that over the last few weeks or a couple of months, I've actually been keeping some clothes separate as I've been trying them on or after washing them, and I noticed, for example, there was a stain on it, or there was a hole, or it didn't fit that well, or I want to do something with it. I'm going to take these out now as well and see what the deal with them is. The donate pile here. I have the maybe but would I wear it with another outfit pile. And then the maybe doesn't look good on me, like maybe the size is a bit off, to try it again. And I think what I'll do now is try to put on the maybe does look good on me pile, give that a second chance, see what's in there, and then that can help me narrow it down even more. One tip that I would have for if you have sort of you're unsure about this pile from your clothes decluttering is to, well, I put this maybe pile like I have here, but also to then afterwards kind of categorize it by clothing item. So I'm gonna put blazers in one end, then sweaters, dresses, and then from there you'll see a comparison. Maybe you have two green dresses of which one you like more than the other, or not per se per color, but maybe there's two loose sweaters and one just you have more things to wear with, it fits you a bit better, so then that one is the obvious winner. Like these two, for example, two quite similar orange dresses. They're both quite different, but I think I lean more towards this one than the other one. So I tried on the first two pieces. This blazer, I mean, it's alright, but I think I want to try to keep it a bit longer to give it another chance, and then the skirt, it's also fine, so I'll keep both of these. Also, I'll keep, after all, just a good thin sweater to wear. So this won't be easily, you know, like the arms are very weird, it's very sort of cheap feeling fabric, so I think easy, just let it go. It's a comfy warm wool sweater, good quality, so I think yes. This one feels a bit too oversized. This would be another top where I was on the fence, but it just makes my proportions look really weird, and this one will be a toss. Bit of a formal white blouse, always good to have. I was just about to try on another white kind of formal dress shirt, and then I saw that this one was a lot dirtier, the collar, than the previous one I just tried on, so I think I'll keep the one with a cleaner collar. So I've just tried everything on from the maybe pile, and I've come up with another pile of to toss, to donate pile, so after putting that away, it's time to put on the next kind of maybe pile. So here's my next kind of maybe pile. I thought this one was slightly different because I think the fit is fine, but it's just about, I didn't really reach for it that often, so I'm just going to try to be quite brutal right now, see if it does look good on me after all, could I imagine wearing it with something, and just kind of take it from there. Alright, I feel like I'm finally getting towards the finish point, so I just went through the last kind of maybe pile of the clothes that would I wear another outfit? Well, try them on again. Some of them were quite an easy decision. The fit was really weird, really boxy, or just too loose, too tight, for example, or just better dresses that I would wear instead of this one, for example. So yeah, now I have more to put into the to-go pile. On the bed here, I had my sort of, it wasn't the original maybe pile as well, but I will end up keeping it. But I think the suggestion to do is to take a picture of it so that in 6 months or a year from now, when you do a closet decluttering again, you can go back to this and see this was in your baby pile the last time you did closet decluttering. Did you wear it in those 6 months, a year, and if not, then perhaps now it is time to move it on, or to see if, you know, try to actually give it a chance, something like that. Okay, and now I can put these back into the closet. Now, we're almost at the finish line of the whole clothes decluttering progress, but there's just one last part that I always just want to keep putting off. I'm just gonna finally tackle it today. I think even better yet, put on a 30-minute timer or something and just try to get through it as quick as possible. And the section that I'm talking about is the whole undergarments. So things like your socks, underwear, bras, pajamas, I'm gonna add sport clothes in this category as well. This is what I pulled out from the sort of undergarment and sport clothes, so these are the ones that I do want to try on. That was quite quick to do after all, and so this is now to be added to the to-go pile. The part that I dread as well is the part of trying on all the pantyhose and leggings and stuff like that. That was really boring as well, but I was quite surprised too that I only had around 3 of those. Didn't fit any more, could do it, but it's good to kind of try them all on as well, because when you woohoo! Okay, so after, well, a few weeks, but technically a few days in total, I have finally finished going through everything in the wardrobe, things that I've been putting off for months and months and months. But it feels really good to have finally gotten it done. Hope the steps that I took motivate you to start to get on with it. Just pull everything out, and then you'll feel much more confident and better about what you're wearing, because you know that they actually fit you, you know you like them, you know you want to reach for them. Here's my pile of things to donate. can't believe this ever fit into that wardrobe. But I want to do one last thing where I'm gonna look at the pictures that I took of them and then put them in a separate album, so I know those are no longer within certain categories of clothes. A few final things that I'd like to do to sort of complete this whole closet decluttering process. So one of them was I asked my sisters if they wanted to keep or just try on one of the clothes that I wanted to kind of get rid of. So the way I did that was I took pictures of all the clothes and then I uploaded it to Google Photos. And I sent them a link which they could kind of comment on the picture of a clothing item that they wanted to try on or maybe wanted to keep or something like that. So now I'm going to go through that pile and then put aside the clothes that they wanted to try on. And the final thing that I'm going to do for myself that you might also want to do is just give yourself one final look through everything, see if there's anything that you might want to give a second chance to, or perhaps even from the things that you thought you wanted to keep. Give that just one final look and think like, okay, actually maybe after all I don't want it or something like that, just to kind of finalize it all, and then you can all pack it up. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to give it to a secondhand store. So now I'm collecting all the bags from upstairs, ready to go. And there we have it. After trying on everything in this wardrobe, I finally finished the wardrobe declutter, and I was able to get rid of quite a bit, so it definitely feels good to have freed up a lot more space. So if you yourself have been putting off a big closet declutter like this as well, then I hope the tips or tricks that I showed or the method that I followed can help you out or inspire you to get cracking. It definitely took a bit of a long time to get it finally complete, but it was definitely nice to try on everything and sort of reaffirm or get reintroduced to clothing items rather than doing a typical declutter where you only try on the clothes that you think you don't like anymore. And so now that the wardrobe declutter is complete, I next up want to tackle organizing it and giving it a functional, organized look. So if you're into organizational lifestyle videos, then I hope you'll consider subscribing. And so again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.